I'll show you how I managed to change or attempt to change the bulb on my dad's Ford Focus. It's 2011 model 1.6. The rear number plate on there's two number plate bulbs. It's the one on the offside that's gone out. It was just an absolute nightmare getting the unit out. It's not there's like two types. There's even two types of bulbs. There's ones where you could, the easy way, two Phillips screws, unscrew it, unit comes out, change the bulb, screw it back in, not the whole unit, just the lines. Two screws, take off the plastic bit, change the bulb. Nice and simple, screw it back up. No, not on this one. There is models like that. On this one, you've got to get a screwdriver, pussy about, pushing it up through the gap to release the spring, manipulate it like anything, cut your finger in the process. Absolute pain in the arse getting it off, but I got it off. But whilst we were figuring out how to get this thing off, we removed part of the back panel for the inside panel of the hatchback. So whilst that's off, I can show you how we took it off. Should you need to access the wiper motor, and there's the handle to open the hatchback. It's electrically done, so you can access the wiring from that, but you can't access the thing that we were needing to do, which was the number plate light holder. Can't access it from that, so I had to go back to the original plan and fart around, mucking about getting it off. But I finally got it off. My dad brought the tools down. It was just a pain, but anyway, I'll show you what I've done to well, I'm going to change it, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. So the first thing is, that's the light switch. I'll show you that the bulb is going out, and then I'll show you the model of the car. So I've covered the plate, it's not my car. You can see that one's working. It's only 5 watts, but it is working. Right, there's two of them. There's this one here on the other side that isn't working. That was the one that was an absolute nightmare to get out. Well, both of them were the same. You see, it's this spring clip mechanism that's got to be sort of manipulated up with a flat screwdriver. I'm certainly not going to put it in to demonstrate how I do it out, but I'm going to put a flat screwdriver up into there, and that prizes this spring clip. That's got to be pushed up, so it releases past this setup here. So you're basically pushing up with the screwdriver and pulling this down to get this unit out in order to access the bulb. This supposedly twists out to relieve the bulb. So the model of the car, by the way, I'll show you just so that you know what the car model I'm referring to is. It doesn't matter, it's a Ford Focus, petrol, whether it's diesel. It's basically the hatchback model. So that shows you what the car model looks like. It's 2011 model as well. So it's a Mark II. I think it's a Mark II facelift. So it's the tools. What I actually done is I used these tools, flat screwdriver. I also used during the melee of the mucking around getting it off. I used a bit of this, sprayed that on the plastic. It's contact cleaner to sort of help lubricate this out, because it's been there for years. And this flat screwdriver, basically, to show you on the other side, somehow it goes in there. You've got to push up onto this spring here, which releases it past this bloody plastic lug setup. And so you're doing that, then you're at the same time you're trying to pull this light cluster down, trying not to bend it. So you're manipulating it about, sort of recessing it around. I'm not going to upset that one, but you can see all the evidence marks. It's just a pain in the arse, I'm going to be honest with you, but that's what I done to get it off. And then once the unit is finally out, you're meant supposedly just to twist and squeeze that nylon unit there which holds the bulb in it. So really film it and do it at the same time. So I've just basically twisted and squeezed. That's all it is. That's actually easy enough, and that reveals that the bulb is totally blown. As you can tell, it's completely knackered, so that then just pulls out apparently. So with the bulb out, it's completely and utterly blown. As you can tell, there's nothing left of it. It's not been replaced in ages, and I wondered why. All the hassle. So the bulb the bulb holder just goes in there. That's that bloody spring It's just, that's what locks it in. That would probably need to be just bent into shape again, and that kind of like latches it in. So it's effectively, it should just push in. And you can see all this lug set up here that kind of like helps guide it into the bodywork. So before I forget, what I'll do is I'll get this bulb done first, and then I'll show you the removal. What we've done was we end up thinking, well, maybe we could get in attack from behind, take this panelling off, which is here. So the actual inner panel comes off, but it's just clips. These clip in. That is soundproofing, by the way. These clip. There's two screws as well that need to be unscrewed that goes into there. I can show you that in situ once I get to that point. But they basically unclip from the actual fixtures here. It's fairly self-explanatory. But with that panel off, you can then access the lock, the wiring harness for the it's an electric release. So that's up there. Then you've got the rear wiper motor. You can access all that just by removing this plastic panel. It was unnecessary because we wouldn't have been able to get into the number plate holder anyway. But we were just sort of figuring out how the hell we're supposed to get that bloody thing off. But while my dad went up and got the sockets, because to get the thought we might have to take off this, and there's 4 bolts sockets there, and I said, nah, come on, I'm going to spray it with this stuff, the number plate holder with that, so it helps lubricate the plastic, and then I'm going to have another go at it, and I got it all, so I didn't have to actually take this trim panel off, which is bolted on me 2 bolts, but then that does hold the lock release for the hatchback. So back to the matter at hand, this is the 2 wires that feed into the bulb holder. So they saw us getting the bulb from Halford, so it's just a case of simply push fitting it in to the holder. So that's a nice clean new bulb that goes into the unit. Just to avoid handling the glass, because if it gets very hot, any residue from your fingers will stain the glass. It's 12 volt 5 watt bulb. There's 2 types. There's the longer one, which is an easier setup. This is the awkward setup, and it uses this type of bulb. It's like a bayonet type. The longer pencil type bulbs is the ones that you simply unscrew the lines and get access to the bulb, and it's nice and easy. But not this one. The bulb in, it does work. The wiring's working. That side works. You could just see it through there. It's actually, you'll see it clearer when it's dark. But it does work, the wiring does work. As it just demonstrates, it does get very hot, and you can see it browns the plastic. So you only put 5 watts in there. If you put 10 watt in there, which it maybe has had at one time, it's caused it to burn, then you'll overburn it. It's got to be 12 volt 5 watt. Years ago, way back in 2001, I had a Mark II Astra, and I replaced the number plate bulb with a 10 watt, and it burnt the plastic. So it's got to be 5 watt for it. If you put in higher wattage, it'll just melt the plastic. Get the bulb back in. These 2 bits there, the flat bits on the end of the circle, that and that, will meet up with these 2 bits, corresponding bits there and there. So you push it in that way and then twist it. That's it in. Actually, what I've done is I gave it a spray with that contact cleaner, and that helped get that in, because it was a bit of a pain without it. So I just sprayed away with that, a wee bit of this. My dad dug out his toolbox, so that's what I sprayed onto here, like, and it just pushed it in a lot easier, and I was able to twist the thing in to lock it. It helped. So with that now, bulb's in, tested, it then just goes back in the way it came out. And you can see that spring, how it, once it's pushed past there, it latches over this bit. That's the best I could demonstrate, because I've tried to do 2 things at once, film and do that at the same time. Basically, you're feeding this in like such. I'll try my best here. I don't want to end up dropping the camera, but you feed it in. I didn't know, start again. So they are just putting the plug bit in first, so it's in at an angle like such, and then the spring bit goes in last, and then should just basically push fit in there. It might take a bit of manipulation. You can see it's been bent with all the hassle to get it off, but because it's plastic, you could kind of like bend it back into shape as well. So that's it in. It's not a very easy job. It's awkward as anything. It should be an easy job, but it was just an easy job. It's almost like they invested on making it as awkward as they can, so they could, you know, because plastic breaks and you have to end up replacing. I think they were about, I saw something on eBay about £10 I think to replace the unit. They're not there, but when you sort of see just how awkward it is, I think you're put off more easily and just take it to a garage or something and get them to do it. But, it just seems like they invest money in making it awkward as far as I'm concerned. Why the heck would they want to design it like that? What was wrong with the easy one we had? Phillips screw there, Phillips screw there, unscrew it, that comes off, bulb comes out, put the bulb in, screw it back on, there you go, done. No. This, you've got to put the screwdriver in there, and you've got to fart around pushing it up. You've got to push that spring up, then you've got to try and wedge it out from here. And while you're pushing the spring up away from there, because it's latched on over there now, that it's pushed in and the springs back over this latch, that you won't see it, but it's in behind there, and that's what kind of locks it, locates it in. So you've got to, it is not an easy task. It's a pain in the blooming finger, because I cut my finger as well with all this faffing around. So it wasn't easy, but that's what we've done to change the bulb on this one. It was a pain in the arse, but I got it done. The plastic panel, to put this back on, I shall show again where the fixtures, it's basically a press fit, and then there's a screw that goes in there, and the screw that goes in there Phillips. Well, actually no, it's a Torx, but we used the flat screwdriver that managed to get it off. And then there's a wee sort of dress bit that goes in. I'll show you that in situ once I put it in. Just to say, just basically tap it into place, and then basically that's pushing the clips into their respective locating. That's all it is, just a tap, it doesn't have to pure batter it. It's good to make sure that it's lipped over there, which it is, and that's lipped in, it's all flush all the way around, more or less. I think the screw will tighten that gap up, because there's a screw that goes in there, and there's another one that goes in there. That's the screw, it's the Torx, but we just joined it with used the flat screwdriver to get it off. We didn't round it, so there's no any problems. Don't round it, avoid rounding it. Use the proper tool, I suggest, but I just don't have it at the moment, so I'm just using a flat screwdriver. Panel press fitted on. You just put there's this wee dress panel, so you get the screw. It says Torx, but this flat screwdriver, it's alright. I mean, we're using it. You're meant to use the right tools. It's not rounding the screw, it's a metal screw as well. There's no any torque, it's fitting perfectly. So you just put that in over there, and then that then just goes like such. It's difficult to do this at the same time and film because I've only got one pair of hands. But these runner there bits at the bottom, these there just go through these runners. So these clips, there's one at each side. There's that one and that one, just go into there and there. So that's that one in. Then the screw will just go through that hole. And you just tighten it up. You don't have to torque it up. There's just tighten it up until it bottoms out. That's all. Because it's only had in the plastic panel. Same with the other side. Just put it in there till you hear it clicking. Nice sound it makes when it's located in tight properly. Then you just get the screw, put it in there, and you just simply screw it until it bottoms out. That's it. It's bottomed out. You don't have to torque up any more than that. So that's that on. That's that on. That's tightened. It's all flush on here, it's overlapping the way it should be there. That's all good to go. and number plate's in, number plate bulb holder is in with new bulb fitted, 5 watts 12 volts. And like I say, that's the type of bulb. That's the one that's the blown one. So that's the he gets a pack of 2. So we'll be looking after that one for the other side. So the tools that I used was these 2 basically. That was on, well, we wasn't sure what was there anyway, but we only used them 2. That, a lot of mucking around. A wee bit of this was handy to get the plastic, it helps get the plastic clips released. So farting around, faffing for this, cut my finger at the same time as well, a pain, but finally got it out and it works. So you could see it, it's actually a lot brighter on this side, because this bulb was kind of like starting to, as you saw how blackened it was. I'm not half tempted to do this, but I'm not gonna. I could replace it with 2 new bulbs, but maybe just wait till it goes out. I don't particularly want to have to go through all that again. So when it finally goes out, I'll just replace it. But I won't really need to film it because I've shown you what we did, or what I done to get the bulb replaced. I mean, it does look like that bulb's really starting to go. Like, yeah, it's wearing out. You get, because the old bulb is just blackened, really, and it's just burnt out. So I don't know if I should do that other one as well. I mean, and I kind of like know what I'm doing now with it, so maybe you should just change the other one with the other bulb. It only cost $3.99 for the 2 of them, so I might just get it done as well then. Bugger it, I'll just change the other one, put 2 new bulbs in and make it look nice and tidy. For some strange reason, this one has came out much easier than that one. This one came out much easier. I like what Dad said, he changed his bulb one time before actually, that's maybe why. Didn't even need to use any of the contact cleaner. It came out easy. That's what the spring looks like. And well, so that's actually just came off. I don't think it was put in because I didn't even need to. You saw it, you just witnessed it coming out. It just basically fell out the holder. I mean, the holder's kind of like worn, but I'm going to put a new bulb in there anyway. I might as well just do it. I didn't really plan on that. I might even give it a wee squish with that just to. So stick a brand new bulb and give everything a wee squish with this stuff, just to make it easier on refitting. So just, it's not necessary, but this one came out without any difficulty. Like, I was so amazed at just how easy that came out. So yeah, it's just the bulb just simply pushes in there. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, what way it goes in that way. I just pushed it. It could only go in on this side basically, but whether it was like that or what, I don't know. It just went in. So I don't think it's sided, the bulb, you know, contact sided. So it's just, whether you put it in like that or put it in like that, as long as this side is on the contact side goes into the contacts, that's all it seems to matter, and it seems to work. So let's put the lens holder back in. About 30 seconds, nice and easy, and that was now twisted right the way to it locks. You just push that in there, you know, with the tabs that I showed you earlier, you line them up. Once it's in, you just twist it so it's locked in until it stops turning basically. Nice and easy, and you can see the wire and harness, just tuck that out of the road, and that's it, done it all. So how on earth that one was so bloody awkward, I don't know, but anyway, there's 2 new bulb, number plate bulbs on this model of car. It looks a lot better now. If only the first one was as easy. I mean, gee, that first one was an absolute nightmare to get off. The second one was an absolute easy piece of cake. Came off the way it should have came off. The first one was just awkward. But anyway, I kind of showed you what I'd done to change them, and during the melee of faffing around and that, getting that first one off, I ended up taking this panel off. So at least showing you how that panel comes off and it goes on. We already let it off, but it's just a reversal. Just to take it off, it's just a reversal as to what it showed you. And then when that panel's removed, you could access the rear wiper motor, the lock, the handle, the electric handle for opening the hatchback. And to get the dress panel off, this plastic panel, it looked like there was 4 sockets, bolts to get off. So, but we didn't need to do that. You don't need to take this panel off to get to the number plates, by the way. So that's it done. So just to show you how bad the bulbs were, that's the one that I just changed. It was really blackened. That was the one that was so blackened it just blew right out. So I just put in with 2 new bulbs. And look, it's long life bulbs, so we'll see how long they last. That's it done. I wouldn't really say it was fun doing the first one. The second one was, it's satisfying when you've done the job yourself like that. That I will say it's good that I've done the job and that's it cured. But it was a bit of a pain. And to top it, I even got the other bulbs. I don't know, the first time I got the bulbs, I didn't know if I was going to do a video on it. And then it was the wrong type of bulb, because there's 2 types. But I'll show you the type that I bought, because you've got to bear in mind that it seems to use the 2 types this model of car, or the Ford Focus. And assuming that the Ford cars of this sort of era may use a similar approach to their number plate bulbs and bulb holders, so it might even be a similar sort of practice or principle on how to get them off. So what I've done on this very car, might be the same on other Ford cars of a similar age, so it could be useful for other models, and I'm certainly hoping it helps. But yeah, I was just that was it. It was a bit of a pain, but once it's done, it should have just been 2-minute job. But it was that spring on the offside, it was all bent and everything, and that's what made it really awkward. It just kept hooking on to the other bit of the plastic, so it was not releasing, and it just would not come out until it took a lot of faffing around, and then finally got it out. So that's it done. I could show you the bulbs. I basically exchanged them at Halfords. I'll show you the other bulbs that it comes in, because there's 2 types. So just be aware of that. It's not the one, you've got to get the right one. So it seems the ones with the nice and easy one with the 2 Phillips screws, from what I gather, that's the pencil type bulb. It's a long bulb with a contact at that side and contact at that side. Simple, nice and easy. 2 Phillips screws, unscrew, lens comes off, pull the bulb out, put a new bulb back in, screw it back and screw it in. Done. That's the easy one. The awkward one with the spring uses the Bennett type bulbs, as I showed you. I think the pencil ones will also be 5 watts, because, as I say, 10 watts for the on my car, my Octavia, uses the 10 watt interior light, and it's this pencil type bulb. I think the other ones are, the 2 map reading lights are 5 watt. Don't put a 10 watt bulb in your number plate holder, because I done that on my old Mark II Astra back in 2001. I changed the number plate bulb on it. I put a 10 watt in, and it melted the plastic. But I didn't. I think I can't remember if I just fixed it or what. But I put the right size of bulb in. But I smelt it was burning. It was too hot. So you don't over wattage it. Don't put a bigger wattage in. You put the wattage that it says in the book, 5 watt on this model. If you put a bigger wattage, it'll just melt the plastic and cause problems. So I just thought I'd let you know that. So that's it. That's it. This is my dad's car. And I done me a favour. I started doing a video and I finally got around to doing that. So as I say, I hope this video will help someone out. And I'll put the other type of bulb in as well. We'll maybe put a wee bit on the side here just to show you what the other type of bulb is available. They do actually have LED types as well. That'll be you get LED, but and in the winter LED stuff. I like the incandescent bulbs, the filament bulbs. I prefer the light actually with them. Okay, right, so I hope that helps someone. Thanks for watching. See what else is sticking on my channel. Okay, see you later. Bye for now.